All right, welcome back to Late Night Love. Love gets messy when fear, longing, and hope all try to sit at the same table. Tonight, we're talking jealousy after a boyfriend steps in as a hero, the heartbreak of waiting for a partner who may never want the same future, the delicate art of motivating kids without crushing their spirit. We're also touching on teen wrecks, weed pens, and the eternal summer camp standoff because parenting is love too, just with more paperwork and panic. God, I hate paperwork. Panic, I don't much so mind because it goes away. But man, paperwork is just annoying.
It is.
Yeah. Panic you can cope with. It goes away. Paperwork never ends. It never, ever ends. So anyway, there's my feelings on paperwork. But before we start all that, do us a favor, hit the like, subscribe, share, all that good fun stuff. You can also send us your questions, comments, suggestions to loveatlatenightLove.us. And you can find all our past shows and et cetera and all that good fun stuff at loveatlatenightLove.us. So there.
Yeah.
There's all that madness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we're going to just jump right in.
Certainly.
Okay. My boyfriend saved another girl from being physically assaulted. Now they're texting, and she feels a little jealous.
Well, of course she does. It's a very human response.
It is. It's very human.
And so is, her. Look, she was in danger, and now she's got an emotional attachment to someone who helped her out in a time of distress.
In a crisis?
Yeah, so she has someone she feels safe talking to. That's understandable as well. And so you're feeling a little jealous over it is also understandable as well. And here's the thing. You've apparently found yourself a good human being, so you will be able to talk to him. Here's the suggestion. Make it about you. Don't make it feel like you cannot approach him with this thing and make it feel like it's his problem or fault or responsibility in any shape, manner.
You can do that. And it's okay to share with him. Obviously, he's a good guy, and he wants to be close to you. You're his girlfriend.
Yeah, so don't make it a problem for him.
Yeah,
make it a problem for you.
This is what I'm experiencing. You did nothing wrong. I just want to share with you my feelings, what's going on with me.
Yep, you tell him it's irrational, and I'm just hoping that my ability to express it to you helps.
Take the power out of it.
Takes the power out of it, and let him know. Right? You're not expecting anything of him. You're not expecting any change.
No.
He says, I need to get this out of my head so I can deal with it. And thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Make it about you. And I'm sure he'll spend some time reassuring you, right? Because that's the type of person he seems to be. So you'll be all right. Just the only suggestion on this is always the same thing. It's about you. He is not responsible for your reaction. You are. Let him know. All right.
How to motivate a child. They feel he's an underachiever. He gets okay grades, but he plays a lot of video games. And they try to involve them. They've tried everything. Sports, hobbies, everything.
Have you tried esports?
Esports.
Yeah, he does have an interest, and you guys are ignoring it. You're trying to get him involved in everything but what he's interested in. Think that through a little bit. And I get it, wanting to expose him to all the opportunities. Kitty? That was not smart, Cat. I get wanting to expose him to all the opportunities. It's completely understandable. But he has an interest in something. Use that interest. That's it. How do you motivate a child? You let them do things they're interested in.
You do.
Hold on, let me deal with this. You keep yakking for a minute.
And they will find other things. I had an overachiever. She wanted to learn how to swallow fire. So I mean, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yeah. And I don't have the world's greatest track record of learning how to motivate ones, but what I did learn is how to dismotivate them. And so my suggestion is to don't do the things that dismotivate them. And the things that you can do to dismotivate them is not give them opportunities. Giving them opportunities to try new things is great. Keep doing that, but honor what they are interested in.
Include it. Here's an idea. Find a video game that you actually like to play with him.
Oh, here's the thing. Maybe start family D&D night.
Ooh, to the old school.
Old school, new school, whatever he'll play.
Books, dice.
Yeah, whatever he'll play. And incorporates, they've got some new AI tools and computer tools. Let him help you with that. Doesn't matter. You want to get the family involved, right? So if he wants to have a family game night and then you're all playing video games, then you're having family sitting down playing video games. So what? The family is sitting down in an activity.
Yeah.
But yeah, try the old school, D&D or something of that nature, where you get the dice. See if he'll go for that. Because that's kind of, that's the role playing thing. That can be fun.
Yeah.
But they have this, he may be more involved in the tools. He may want to try the online tools before he gets to the physical stuff. So, but try something like that. Find out, ask him, hey, what's something us old folks can play with you guys? Mm-hmm. My mother plays Assassin's Creed and things like that. So, she's 70 something. She's 77. So, yeah. So you'd be surprised what old people play on video games.
Yeah.
They don't all play Farmville.
I play Farmville. Because, hey, man.
It's fun.
I was raised on a farm. I get an emotional satisfaction from planting and harvesting virtual crops. Why? I don't know. Does it make sense? No.
Doesn't have to.
Leave me alone.
I'm just surprised you haven't gone to one of them, farm games were real big a few years ago. There's all kinds of really cool farm games that are dirt cheap. But yet you play Farmville. That's the only point.
I have a very successful farm that I have that is a very small size. It fits into where I can do 20 minutes at a time and do my complete farm. Ba-boom. 20 minutes of a little fantasy, and here we go.
I know. I was rolling. There's this farm game where you could play with people. Nice little simple farm game.
You.
Yeah, but
play with people?
Well,
no, keep them out of my farm.
I was talking about me, but never mind. Fine. Fine.
I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. You don't have to play each other's games. It's all fine. And I'm still surprised that all that you're still playing Farmville of all games.
I watch your wrestling for a minute.
No, that's all bubblegum. It's just something that when you don't really want to watch something, but you want to watch something, you watch something that you're not going to remember 3 minutes from now. Right? Literally, there's no imprint in there, right? It's just
like Frasier for me.
Yes, it's like bubblegum. You eat bubblegum, it's a nice 4 or 5 minutes, and you throw it out and it's done, you go on about your day. Never to be thought of again. That's what it is. And I'm watching stuff from like 2000 and 1989. Not watching anything new. I am such an old fart. Okay.
Did you know Chair was my youngest daughter did the girls who walk around in
she was the ring girl thing.
She was the ring girl.
The ring girl in the mat
for a local wrestling league thing.
That was such a bad idea.
That was so cool.
Yeah, it was cool. But
she had so much fun.
She is so fragile. That is such a bad idea.
Yeah, but she didn't wrestle, so
Well, but you can't start those things. You eventually, it's just what happens. No one starts with the wrestling. They all start a thing, and next thing you know, you get caught up in the culture, and next thing you know, you're getting body slammed out there. for a thing, and it's fun because they're professionals. They know how
I'm
to do it.
sorry. I would be seriously protesting that. That's like I had a good child once ask me, "What would you do if I became a stripper?" I would go in front of the club with a big sign, "My daughter is here. I will kill you." And I will walk up and down the sidewalk until you quit or they fire you, one or the other.
That would just force them to go to a different town. By the way.
I'd follow.
Uh-huh. Just wouldn't tell you. That's a time-honored tale. All right, what's next?
Do you have food rules for growing kids? He's a 12-year-old boy. No, I did for my girls. The majority of the time at home, I served a balanced plate at every meal with some, treats along the way. But a little sparse. That's how I was raised. We didn't have chips and soda. But when they go out into the world, they can make their own choices. This gives them the opportunity to practice, and they're going to get a hold of some stuff that doesn't sit quite right. And this is how they learn. And they learn, get it under your supervision.
Did I have any? No, I let practicality deal with my boys. I only bought 2 days worth of food. If you ate it, you're going to be hungry today too. So they only ate 2 days worth of food. Something I learned. If you bought, 5 days worth of food, they eat it in 2 days. So if you bought 2 days worth of food, they eat it in 2 days. So you buy 2 days worth of food. That's what you do. And then you always have like extra bread or something for sandwiches, bread and peanut butter and jelly.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, you only have 2 days worth of food in the house. And your food rules, there's no food rules. You don't need any food rules because reality is a food rule. You eat whatever you want. Whatever you're willing to make for yourself, you can eat it whenever you want to.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Whatever you can find.
Whatever you can find, whatever you want to eat. Just remember, you got to eat tomorrow because I'm not going to the grocery store till Tuesday. And today's Sunday, so...
That reminds me of a story. My mother was going to nursing school. We lived in the basement of a family that had 4 boys, teenage boys. And my mother took out a roast.
Uh-huh.
She was going to make a roast, and she let it sit out on the counter to defrost. She goes to put it in the oven in the afternoon. It's gone. She asked around, where did it go? Where did it go? Finally, she asked the guys, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, I ate that." He cooked it and ate it himself.
Yeah.
For the family. The whole family portion.
So, yeah, teenage boys will do that. That's why you don't leave enough. Now, my boys are smart enough to not do that. Because, remember, they had older brothers and, siblings. Wouldn't fly with the siblings, So, it was never really a problem. I suppose the oldest one probably could have gotten away with it. And only for a while. But, so, that was never an issue.
Yeesh, siblings.
Yeah, siblings keep things in check. That's how you keep that stuff from getting out of control. Siblings. Now your siblings are going to have to go hungry. And who are they going to take that out on? I don't have to deal with that. Siblings will deal with that one all on their own. Now they're eating peanut butter. The rest of us are eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And who's going to be mad? Brothers. And somebody has to go to sleep. Revenge well to be taken. I've seen it happen. I don't have to do squat. I just have to stand back and let nature take its course.
So you support anarchy in the troops, the scent in the troops.
No, that is communal discipline. That is the troops disciplining themselves. I am okay with that. That's called internal leadership. I mean, the military's been doing that for generations.
Yeah, I know how well that works.
Well, it is what it is. All right, what's next?
Should I stop waiting and moved on from my boyfriend of 5 years? She wants children.
And he doesn't?
He's not saying.
Does she ask?
Yeah. And he's like, well, maybe someday.
That means a no. If he doesn't say yes, then it's a no. And so then the answer is yes, you move on.
You move on. Yeah.
Yeah. It's either a yes or a no. It's a yes or a no question at this stage in your life because you've decided it's a yes or a no question.
She's 29. She doesn't want to get down to the 35 and still, be undecided.
Yeah. Now,
Her biological clock will start ticking.
yes, but now here's the thing. Here's
She
the
doesn't
danger.
want to be under the gun.
She can't necessarily find a suitable candidate again either. So
Yeah,
that's always a risk as well.
it is.
But generically speaking, if he's not interested in children by 30, he's not generically interested in children.
Yeah.
So may not complain that much if it happens. One of those things, if he end up having children, he'll probably be might be a half decent father and, not be just detached. He's just not looking to be a parent.
Yeah.
Many men aren't looking to be a parents until they are. And then all of a sudden, oh, wow, I'm glad I became a parent. I really grew up after it. It's the most common story in manhood. Yeah. I didn't really want to have kids until I had kids and realized it made me a better man and all that, which is true. Because now you have something to think about other than yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but if you're thinking about it, it's probably time. So, all right. What's next?
Okay. And they have a 16-year-old boy,
Uh-huh.
and he's been in 2 car wrecks in 3 months.
He don't know how to drive. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So though he doesn't get to drive for a little while, at least not without
Somebody in the car.
somebody in the car, and probably, resend him to driving school.
Yeah.
And when you do let him drive again, 6 months, whatever it is, you buy him a beater, like the car we just sold,
Uh-huh.
an old Hyundai, something it's mechanically sound, but has essentially the power of 3 gerbils. And that's what he gets to drive.
Yeah.
Until he can prove that he can be responsible. Now, you can write one off as bad luck. My thing is, they're always going to hit something. And
One. They get one.
They get one because no one becomes a good driver until you hit something.
Yeah.
Right? It's just because then it becomes real. And it becomes realer than it was before. And everybody becomes a better driver. He didn't learn his lesson, so now you've got to teach it to him. There could be some bad luck involved, but it doesn't sound like it. You're just sitting at a parked light and someone rear-ended him. You're just sitting there at a stoplight and someone rear-ended him. Twice. It happened twice.
No.
Yeah, that's bad luck. That can happen.
That's bad luck.
Or you're driving along and someone takes a wide right turn into the lane, and next thing you know, you've had a car accident. Just sitting there, doesn't seem like that's what happened.
No.
Yeah. Seems like he crashed the car because he was,
Speeding.
not even necessarily speeding, unable to control it, taking turns because he doesn't know to slow down enough. Maybe they're in the Midwest and there's ice and stuff on the roads and he's driving too fast for the conditions. That's not really relevant. It's the fact is he's not responsible enough.
Yeah.
You get one. Every person driving will say they crashed within their first year. They hit something.
Yeah.
Even if it didn't damage anything, they hit something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just has. And some of us have some great stories.
Yeah.
and others don't. So it's what it is. And my daughter took out a tree, so sapling. All right, what's next?
I caught my 17-year-old son with a weed pen. Now, the dad is realistic. He's 17. He's about to go off into the world. These things, he's out there. He works and he's got a social life, So he knew he was going to get exposed to this.
Yeah.
Now, dad's issue is he's 17 and it's illegal.
For a 17-year-old or illegal in general?
Illegal for a 17-year-old.
See, here's one of these things. At 17, then we're not going to. It's illegal to sell it to them, probably. Probably not so illegal for him to possess it. He's 17. He's not really an adult. If it's a non-adult charge, it's one of those things, right? If you charge him as an adult at 17, well, then you can't charge him for a thing that's only for minors. So at this thing, here's one of you kind of let him deal with the consequences as he's going to deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
You let him know what the consequences are. You should probably mind your P's and Q's for the next 6 months, whatever it is. But, I'm not going to say anything. But you do need to be careful because you're not quite legal yet. Of course, in many states, Colorado, Oregon, Washington, California, no one's actually going to pay attention unless you do something stupid. So mind your P's and Q's. But if you do something stupid, it's going to happen regardless of whether you're 17 or not. So something stupid you're going to get in trouble for, not for that. So just don't do anything stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Or don't do it at all until you're 18 and it's a legal adult is our official advice. The realistic advice is tell him to mind his P's and Q's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because you're not putting that box back in, but mind his P's and Q's. Okay.
Okay, last one. 13-year-old boy will not do extracurricular or summer camp. For summer, she tried to loan him up for summer. Now, he has two really good friends, and they do everything together around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But she's trying to broaden his, friend base and, stuff like that.
You don't need to broaden a 13-year-old's friend base. They do that all on their own. Let them have his close circle of friends. And if you want to expand his opportunities, do it locally. Don't go off and send him. We need to stop thinking that, the only way for our children to expand their opportunities is these hyper-organized activities. Just let them be. Let them go find off their own things to do. We did. He's 13. He's old enough. And most of the stuff that 13-year-olds do are mundane, boring things, right? It's why this dangerous stuff stands out. It's because most of what they do is stand around and talk about a bunch of crap that ain't never going to happen. I want to be a firefighting astronaut. Does that even exist? I'll invent it. Seriously. And then, of course, now you've got people out there probably being firefighting astronauts.
They're in training right now.
Elon's training them as we speak. How much you want to bet? We got space stations and they're planning moon bases and stuff. Before too long, there's got to be firefighting astronauts because some 13-year-old 30 years ago thought of it. That's how these things happen. You know how many things have happened because some kid thought of it and spends his whole life trying to make it happen? It's insane. So
I saw a meme once where during the Olympics they had trampoline, and this girl, she won the trampoline, the golden trampoline, and she had just recently completed her master's in dinosaur science. So there is an 8-year-old's dream come true.
Yeah, here's the thing. She'll make more money on those trampolines than she won't talking about dinosaurs. An anthropologist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll make more money as a trampoline artist than as an anthropologist. Yeah, the anthropologist will be more rewarding, but you know, if she wants to make more money, she can go bounce on trampolines for a while. She can live off her name, the gold medal. She can make some money for a good 10 years before she's got to go and start digging in dirt.
Yeah.
Pocket that money, use it as investment so you can go
So you go digging dirt for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's my suggestion for that.
Definitely. Your life is set.
Yeah, so give your 13-year-old boy and his friends opportunities around town.
Yeah.
Short one-day things instead of these big, overly complex, hyper or scheduled.
Sign them all up for a basketball camp if they're into basketball. Do something for the group.
Oh, how about you just let them be for the summer? Some of the best summers people our age had was when we had nothing to do.
In a creek.
In a creek, next to the river, playing with sticks in the park. It didn't matter. Quite literally, the best thing is we had nothing to do. We could do whatever we wanted. We could have dirt clod fights.
We didn't have adults telling us what to do.
Every minute of the day. Yeah. And sometimes we had wholly, completely unproductive days. And it was glorious.
Yeah.
How many, wouldn't you like an unproductive, month? Let him have an unproductive month. He's not going to get many of these. They don't have many left. He's 13. His opportunities for unproductive months, stretches, 6 weeks, are dwindling. Let him have some.
Okay.
All right. Love asks, good God, what is up with that? Love asks us to stretch. I'm just going to go. But it shouldn't ask us to disappear. You're allowed to want repetition. Good God almighty. Repetition. Hey, you want to read the ending tonight? Let's try it.
Okay.
It's right there.
Where?
Right there.
Okay.
It's like,
Love asks us to stretch, but it shouldn't ask us to disappear. You're allowed to want reciprocity. You're allowed to want clarity. And you're allowed to want your kids and yourself to grow at a pace that feels human.
all right. Thanks for joining us. Hit like, subscribe, share, and all that good fun stuff. Have a good night. And please remember to love everybody.